Hi guys, Dinner Lady here again. Right, so the weather's turned really miserable. Just having a look through some things I had in the fridge, and I thought I'd make a soup. So today I'm going to make a classic cream of chicken soup, and I'll just bring you down. It's dead easy. Right, so the base of the soup, I've got 1 onion. I've got a leek, which needs using up. I've got some mushrooms that I've just had in the fridge. Now, the other day, me and Ian, when we weren't feeling too great, I just cooked a chicken that I had, and I cooked it with a load of garlic. So I've still got some of that roast garlic left, so I'm going to put a little bit of that in. It's got a massive flavour. I've got 2 chicken stock cubes, and I've got 2 small chicken breasts, which, like I say, it's just what I've got in the fridge anyway, and it needed using up by today's date. So we'll get on with it, we'll start the chopping. Right guys, so what I've got in here is I've got a bit of corn flour. Now when I did the the puff pastry the other day, I used the egg yolk to brush on the top. So what I did is I froze the egg white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to velvet this chicken. I'm going to use this egg white that I've had in the freezer. Just get that in there. Just mix this together. It doesn't look very pretty, but it does do the chicken. It just makes it really soft and not overcook. So I'm just going to do that. Slice up this chicken. I will be cutting it up even further once it's cooked. I don't want big chunks in the soup, but for now I'm just going to do it like this. I'm just going to leave this for about half an hour. Velvet in there. Oh. Right, get my hands in now, I think. Just cover that over like that. Doesn't feel pleasant, doesn't look that pleasant, but it's good for your chicken. Right, so what I'm going to do is wash my hands. And clean up a little bit. And then I'll come back to you once it's ready to start actually doing the soup. Right guys, finished work, so it's time to come and start the soup. So I've got some hot water on there, that's going to poach the chicken. I'm just waiting for that to come back up to the boil. And I've got my saucepan here for my soup. I'm going to pop a little bit of olive oil in there. And in there goes the onion, and the leek. Right, so just going to sweat that down just for a little bit. You don't have to do it for too long, just to take the rawness off it. Oh, itchy lip. Right, so in the meantime, this has come up to the boil. And here's my chicken, all being velvetized. I'm literally just going to drop that in. Doesn't look very nice. I do understand that. Oh, that's a bit much. So just pop that in. I'm going to cook that for about 6 to 7 minutes because it will go into the soup at the end. But don't worry. Oh, I'm making a right mess here, aren't I? It's because it's slippy. Right. Get that back up to the boil again. About 6-7 minutes because I have cut them up. Use this one. And all of the scum will come to the top. Don't worry about that. Like I say, it doesn't look the most pleasant thing in the world. But it is a good step to get rid, to make sure that your chicken is nice and soft. So as soon as that comes back up to the boil, I'm going to put the timer on for 6 minutes, and then the next time you see that is when that's done. And just bring it back around here again. Got the leeks and the onions just starting to sweat off nicely. Probably the easiest soup in the world, this. Right, so I said when I cooked the chicken the other day, I had the roast garlic left. Now all of this is chicken juice as well. Again, doesn't look that pleasant, but that's all going to go in there. I'm going to put a couple of these soft garlic in. Look how soft that is. Garlic when it's roasted is beautiful. Let's get another one. Pop it out the skins. Like that. And a bit more chicken juice. Never waste. That's flavour. People might think, oh no, look at all that stringy stuff. It's flavour. There we go. I think that's probably about enough of that. But don't worry about them being in large clumps. I am going to blend this soup. So now it's been on for a few minutes. Just going to add the mushrooms. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the kettle back on. You can see this is now just starting to come up to the boil. You can see that there. I'm going to put the kettle back on to go in with the soup, and then we'll come back to you. Right, the kettle's just come up to the boil there now. So we'll get some water in here. There's just enough. Just about that much will be absolutely fab. Alright, I know it's dinner time, Missy. Just give us 2 minutes and then I'll get you some food. 6 o'clock, she knows our dinner time on the dot. So I'm just going to get the stock cubes in. There we go. I find it a bit hard, that one. Right. And the second one. Right, and I'm just going to let that go for about 5-10 minutes, and then it's time to put it all together. And we do have another surprise, Missy. It's all hot here, so go away. Right, so I'm just going to feed her, otherwise she's not going to let us do anything at all. Bring this back up to the boil, and I'm just going to remove the chicken because that's just about done. It's got 2 minutes left, just poaching in there nicely, and then we'll come back to you. Right, so soup base is on the go, the chicken's finished. I fed Missy, most important thing. I've scrubbed this board from when it had the raw chicken on, and now I'm just going to cut up this other chicken. Wash that, didn't realise. It's still pretty hot, so I'm going to do it with tongs. Right. So there you go. Doesn't look that great at the moment. It's as soft as butter. Look at that. It is a step that I think's worth it. Whether you want to do it or not is a completely different thing. To be honest, I could use this. Look, that's the blunt side of the knife. That's how tender it is now. and that's just having it in that corn flour and egg white, which was just in the freezer. I normally wait until I got 3 or 4 egg whites like that and then do some meringues, but to be honest that was the only egg white I could find in the freezer. Don't know, I'm sure I had more than that. Well, I'm just going to carry on doing this with all of the chicken and then we'll go on to the next step. Right, so I've chopped up all the chicken. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick roux. I have done this before. Need a spoon as well, you numpty. So it's about a dessert spoonful of flour. That's that. Put it in my grandson's bowl. I'll put that back in the cupboard. And now I want about the same amount of butter. There you go. And then we'll just mix the two of them together. What this is going to do is going to thicken the soup, and it's also going to give it a silkiness with the butter in there as well. Actually, do you know what, might be easier with the back of the spoon. There we go. And this just stops any lumps if you're trying to any lumps of the flour forming, because by the time the butter's melted, the flour's into the soup and it's already started to thicken. I'll show you anyway while I'm doing it. But there we go. That's all in. So I'll just get rid of this. Right, so to finish off the soup, bring it over a second. Get my hand blender. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to slam the door there. I'm just going to go and get my bit for the hot. This one's for the hot plate, so it doesn't go on your bench. Right, a little bit of noise here. Huge amount of things. There we go. And in there, I've got some cleaning up to do. I'll put this on this smaller one there, and I'll just bring you across a little bit. Hope you can see. Bring it up. Just slightly, there we go. It's pretty thick. Anyway, now the only seasoning that's actually gone into this up to now is the stock cubes. So I'm just going to have a little taste for the salt content, because I put 2 in here. Ooh, it's nice even without the chicken. Right, just put a little bit of salt in there, don't want too much, and a good grind of black pepper. Now put in as much or as little as you like, guys. We like black pepper. Just starting to come up to the boil. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of my roux in. And you can feel it starting to thicken straight away. And look at that, not a lump in sight. I think you could do with a little bit more. But you have it as thick or as thin as you like the soups. Again, not. Still just start to see the butter starting to melt in there. Just going on there. Right, I think that's enough of that roux. Just get more black pepper in, just because I can. And then when I have my bowl, you can virtually guarantee I'll do a load of black pepper on the bottom of the bowl before I put the soup in. Right. So just going to let that all melt, and then I'll come back to you, and we do have a second part of this. You don't think I was just going to give you a soup, do you? But I do really want to clean up, make sure everything's all cleaned up around us, and then I can get started on the second part. Right, so that's lovely and thick enough as what I want it now. I've had another little taste and it tastes fine. Excuse me. Just going to pop all of this chicken in because I want to be able to taste the chicken pieces. There we go. Just bring that up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you round and we'll do some parsley to go in it. Now I have got the parsley out in the garden, but I've also got this, which is I'm going to put out there. I'm going to put it next to that one that I've got. I'll turn that down a little bit. Don't mind a little bit of stalk either. I love the smell of fresh parsley. Right, so I'm just going to use the back of my knife to put that in there. I hate it when I see people using a sharp part of the knife to scrape things, because that's how you blunt your knives. Right, so I've got a bit of a confession to make. Every day when Ian's going to go back to work, he always shouts up the stairs because I'm working and says, right, I'm off now, I'll see you later. And I said to him, as normal, I said, all right, no bother, what time do you finish? But as I was working, and my mind must have went somewhere else, and I can't remember what he said. So I have absolutely no clue what time he's due in. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some toasts to go with this. I was going to do some soda bread, but I've already done soda bread, and we love these. It's like an old-fashioned toast topper. I don't know if you can remember them. I don't even know if they still do them, to be honest. But I'm just going to get the ingredients and then we'll have a look at that. Right, so the ingredients for the toast topper, I've got some cooked ham. Yeah, I'm just going to chop that up. So it's not too small, but it is smaller. We keep our keep our cheese in a box because we do like smelly cheese, which as you can see is there. And if you leave that out in the fridge, your fridge will stink. So I have some mature cheddar there, and I've got a full block here. So first thing to do is to grate some cheese. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you the rest of them. Some mayonnaise, and we like a little bit of English mustard. But you can leave that out. You can use Dijon mustard, grain mustard's lovely in this, but I haven't got any in the fridge. So I'm just gonna, this is what I had left over. So I'm just gonna grate this. You don't want to watch us grate cheese. So I'm just gonna grate the cheese into here. Right, so I've grated some cheese. That little bit that was on the end was enough. So I'm just gonna get some ham, and yes, I'm going to use my vegetable board. I'm not doing any more vegetables tonight, and this will get washed thoroughly. I've got 4 slices of that. I'm just going to make sure that they're all on top of each other as best I can. There we go. Now that goes into there. Squirt of mayonnaise. Need some more of this actually. I thought we had a full one in the fridge, but it's actually salad cream. Need a spoon. And this is a tablespoon, by the way, so I'm just going to use about a teaspoon of English mustard. Just get back. Just mix that all together. Do with a little bit more mayonnaise. I might even just open it up like that, you know. That's better. Yep, got it all over me penny. Right, so that's ready to go on a slice of toast. Oh, no it's not. Look, there's a big blob of English mustard there that hasn't been incorporated in. Mind you, that would have been funny if I gave that bit of in. Whew, straight up the nostrils. Missy, go away. She's like, you're on me path to the window, I can't see out if you're there. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that there for now. I'm going to pop this in the fridge, have a bit of a wipe down again, and we'll come back to you once Ian's back from work. It's still not mixed in properly, is it? I'll have a bit more of a go at this. Right, Ian's home now, so I've got the soup back on to warm up. I'm just going to put these, I want these toasted on one side but not on the other. So I'm just going to put these underneath the grill. I haven't got it on a high grill because I don't want it to toast too quickly. So I'm just warming the soup up. I've got that on there. Brought it back out the fridge just to bring it up to room temperature. It's just going to melt and everything a lot better than that. And then I'll bring you back when this part is toasted. Right guys, so I've toasted it for one side and I'm going to turn it over now, and I'm going to put half on one. Get a spoon. It's going to be well packed, this one. No half measures in this house. And the other one. Made a right mess of that. Right, so it is a little bit like a Welsh rarebit, but not like a Welsh rarebit, so all you Welsh people out there, don't have a go at me. I'm just going to, I've turned the grill down a little bit because I want this to melt and bought this new tray and it's so non-stick and everything just keeps running around all over the place. Right. Couple of little bits in there. Get that there. There we go. Back under the grill. Soup's warming back up again. Oh, are you seeing it? There we go. I'm just going to clean up, and then the next time you see it, it's time to actually have something to eat. Right, so we've got these done now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one onto here for Ian. Oh, must have been the bottom of the pan. Didn't realise I hadn't done it. Cheesy. Soup's nice and warm. Just going to put a couple of ladles in there. There we go. So we have chicken soup and toast to eat and dip in. Are you ready for some to eat, mister?
I am.
Okay, bring you back once he's ready, once we're in place.
Lovely. Hey up. Tasting time for Betty. Chicken soup. Can't beat chicken soup. Lovely. It's nice and thick. Chicken's cooked perfectly, well seasoned. Plenty of bits and bots in there. It's good. It's good. Like this toasting. I'll try a bit without dipping it in first. Oh, that's nice. Very creamy and cheesy. Let me try a bit dipped in the soup. Lovely. Wow, that's good. A nice light meal. Absolutely perfect. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Get in my tummy.
I did the soup because the rain came down today and I thought it was going to be a horrible day.
What a weird day it's been today.
This morning when you left.
It was bright sunshine. I thought it's going to be a great, nice, hot day today.
You left at 6 this morning for your first half.
Yep.
And the sun was shining so much. By the time you came back, it was like winter again.
Within an hour of me being at work, it was like, where's the sun gone? It was just like grey.
So I thought I'll do a soup.
Then it peed it down, didn't it?
And then about 5 minutes after, you messaged me and said it's bright sunshine at the Metro Centre.
Yeah.
And within 5 minutes of you sending me that, it was bright sunshine here. It's like, what on earth's going on today?
And it's still bright out there now.
Yeah, you can see it behind you.
And it's gone 8 o'clock now, isn't it? That's
tea.
lovely. That toast's nice. With the soup. I love good soup. You know, it's good when you're trying to lose a couple of pounds. And we've got tons and tons of recipes for soups. And if there's any requests for food, just give us a shout. Either of us. either Mand or myself, anything you want doing. I think I saw one comment saying about a keto recipe
Yes,
for you.
once a
Like I
month.
say, I was on keto up until last year.
Yeah.
I did lose quite a lot of weight actually, but then it just get a bit. You just sort of get a bit fed up of it, and then it was back to eating stuff.
No,
so.
but we have got a lot of recipes.
We've got a lot of recipes for keto.
Yeah. So we'll do one.
Still got a load of stuff in the cupboard for it. So
Maybe we'll do one every now and again.
yeah, why not?
That would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, keto basically just is meat, isn't it?
Yeah. No carbs.
And fat, no carbs or very little carbs.
Right, well, we're going to go and enjoy this.
Lovely.
It's Ian's turn tomorrow, and it's going to be my first time forever, even though we've been together over 20 years. First time I'm going to have a whole patty.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but that will be out tomorrow. It'll be the day after. Oh, sorry, the Friday or whatever. Because I've got that other one out tomorrow, haven't I?
Right, okay. So we'll see you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.